Hey, hi, hello. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're not new around here, welcome back. I am Jen and this is RJ Crochet. So, I have to apologize because I think this is going to be a much shorter video than usual because I have literally only just decided to separate out what I have been recording over the weekend into its own separate video and then have another regular vlog. So, I apologize, but it will be shorter. I'll try and make it 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll see. So I have an update on tapestrying. These are all the hermits that I have made. So I have made 14 out of 25. There will be another video coming out about it, hopefully soon. So false, cub, zedaf, skiz, gem, b-dubs, joel slash smallish beans, pearl, tango, doc, zombie Cleo, Mumbo, Green, and X. Now I'm very worried about this pile falling over. But yeah, there will be a longer video coming up. Fingers crossed soon. I can't promise anything though, because who knows how this next week is going to be. Right. Knitting. My knitting hasn't really gone anywhere, but I am hoping to spend at least an hour today doing some knitting to hopefully I just want to get better, and I know the only way that I get better is by doing more. And I've been distracted, guys. I've had other projects on my mind, which is understandable, but also I the hermits I have a time limit on, right? I have a timeline. The all of my other projects I don't really have a timeline for, so I kind of forgiving myself a bit for it, because I don't want to put pressure on myself, but also like I feel like I want to make these videos worth it, um, and have some actual interesting content in them without me just rambling. Unless that's what you're into, you just want to hear me chat and ramble about nothing consequential, really. But yeah, I mean, my mind's a bit blank at the moment, so I don't know what to ramble on about. Well, I actually have one thing that I'd like to ramble on a bit about. We have a Tesco delivery coming today. So if you don't know what Tesco delivery is, it's a food shop. I've got a food shop coming today. And yesterday, while I was adding in the final bits, I was like, no, I'm not going to add snacks. I'm going to be healthy this week, healthy-ish this week. Guess what I want now? All I want is snacks. Why do I do this to myself? And I'm sure I'll be, well, obviously I'll be fine. I'm also planning to make some smoothies this week, which I really want one. I'm just ready for some smoothies again. I might make one in a minute, to be fair. Let's see how my yogurt is. Make a smoothie. What else do I have to ramble on about? It depends. Well, it doesn't really depend, but I don't think I have much to chat about. It's been a very long week at work this week. The past couple of weeks have been long. But yeah, not much to talk about really. So I hope you enjoyed my short little ramble. Um, and oh, I have something to confess actually. So when I said that I wasn't going to be buying any more yarn, or any, I was going to try not to buy any yarn this year. Um, so I actually have a subscription with Skein and Stitch for the Jane Austen collection. So that arrived. But I promise I haven't bought any other yarn. I am slowly and methodically working my way through what I have. Um, I'm trying. I didn't think it would take. Well, I mean, okay. I was going to say I didn't think it would take so long to work through the yarn that I have, but it has literally been a month and a half. So, how much yarn did I actually think I was going to use in that time? Apparently, all of it, because I'd like to buy some yarn. But I am saving a lot of money by not buying any yarn, which is good. Alright, I will stop rambling for the time and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye. I'm back. Again, I don't know why I keep doing this. So I've done a few rows. I think I did like 6 rows of my knitted scarf. And it's getting there. It is looking pretty okay. Uh, so yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Hopefully my make one left and make one rights are correct. And I'm not just losing stitches every time I do a knit two together. I'm going to work on my advent scarf a little bit. So here's the progress so far, and I've just started on day 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, number 8. And I was just going to talk a little bit about. I realize I've never actually spoken about these that are here, but and I hope you can tell that there are new ones here as well. So, top one, the woman in the white kimono, I just finished. And I gotta be honest with you, I was a little dubious about it at first. Because, yeah, when I first started listening to it, the way the narrator did, um, sorry, I'm so bad at character names. The way the narrator did Naoko's voice, who was a Japanese main character. There's an American main character and a Japanese main character. The way the narrator did the Japanese main character was so timid, and I was a bit like, well, I actually think all Japanese women are timid and shy, and but it got better. Yeah, it got better, and the character wasn't actually very timid. She was a pretty great character. Um, but so the basic premise of this book is that in present day, Tori is an adult. She's been caring for her father for a while, and he's just had to go into hospice. And then he passes away. But just before he passes away, Tori, finds a letter that her father wrote to someone called Little Cricket or Cricket, um, saying basically the love we share. I loved you, and still love you, and I've thought about you and our daughter my whole life. I've never forgot about you. And Tori is shaken to her core because, as far as she's aware, her father only ever had one child, which is her, and that was it. So she goes on a investigational journey to try and find out who this Cricket is and where's her sister. So we jump back and forth from present day to Japan in 1957 to 1958, and we hear Naoko's story of meeting Tori's father and falling in love with him, and all the consequences that she had to face being in love with him. Um, it's I think what really sold it to me was the end, the author's note at the end, um, and basically hearing the history of these babies who were born half Japanese, half American right after the war, um, and how much shame there was in that. And like on both sides, both in Japan and in the US, because let's face it, Japanese faced a lot of harsh treatment in the US, and the Americans were treated pretty harshly in Japan as well during that time. Um, it was a really good book. Um, it was a very interesting story. It's a fictional story, but there are facts within the book. Um, so I recommend reading it, listening to it. Um, it's yeah, it, it's it's a good book. So The Woman in the White Kimono by Anna Johns, I recommend. Also, I have bought some books. Not these three, not the bottom three, but I said I was going to stop buying yarn, not that I was going to stop buying books. Because while I do listen to them on audio because I can't read and crochet at the same time, I like having the physical book as well. Um, yeah, so I bought The House of My Mother by, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Shari or Cherie Frankie? Ruby Frankie's daughter wrote a book, and I think this is going to be a very tough read. But I think it's very important, especially these days, where with family vloggers and the impact that it has on the kids. Um, so I think that is going to be a very good read. Dark, but important to know how, because this wouldn't we don't fully know yet what the outcome is on children who were part of family vlogs yet, and we're only just starting to with Shari Frankie, and how it impacted her. I also bought Firstborn of the Sun by Marvelous Michael Anson. I mean, first of all, Marvelous, what a fantastic name, right? And I mean that completely genuinely. what a wonderful name. And secondly, how beautiful is this cover? It is stunning. This artwork is wonderful, and oh, I can't wait to read this. I haven't read a fantasy for a while, but I'm excited. Also, it comes with a map, which readers, we love maps, and history, and like timelines, and pronunciations, which I always need. Oh, I'm so excited to read this. It's going to be so cool. Oh, and gods and titles and stuff as well. So, ooh, very, very excited to read this. I think I'm going to have, hopefully, a good reading month. Um, I need to get back into reading. I haven't been reading all that much, um, either last year or the beginning of this year. So yeah, I really want to get back into reading. So, but yep, so that's it for my book updates. I'm listening to Sense and Sensibility at the moment. There will be Jane Austen throughout this year because of the Skein and Stitch Jane Austen collection. So I'm going to be listening to. I'm going to be listening to Jane Austen's books, which I actually haven't listened to very many of them. What happened here? Uh, okay, just going to ignore that. Pretend like nothing's happening. I had my smoothie, just in case you're all worried. I had my smoothie, got my candle on, which you can see. I had a shower as well. It was needing to feel clean and refreshed. Yeah, so that is my update for now. I will probably, well, hopefully I will. Ooh, something's not right. Okay, I know I said this was mindless, but sometimes I feel like I'm missing the chain one space. Okay, come back into it now. Um, yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to finish this color today. Yeah, maybe do another hermit, maybe. We'll see. No pressure. No pressure is what I'm trying to achieve here. And we'll see how that goes for the rest of the week. I'm not great at doing no pressure. So we'll see. But I will either update you later today or during the week. So I will see you later. Hi guys. Yeah, it is Friday and I haven't filmed since the last set. So I'm gonna stop saying how much of a week it's been, but professional life has kind of taken priority over crocheting and knitting, which is bound to happen sometimes, but doesn't mean I have to like it, right? So I'm gonna close out this video. I've done some knitting and some crocheting. Not as much as I would like, but it's okay. I've still managed to get some done. I've managed to take some time out. Um, as for, geez, the hermits, I think I have like 5 left now. It's a lot right there. The Advent scarf, I've nearly finished the 8th color. I still haven't wound up the 9th color yet, or the 9th skein. And as for knitting, again, I'm going to use my most common phrase, which is it's getting there. And it's actually looking quite good, so I am happy. Hopefully, I will be getting some more time next week to carry on with all of my projects. Yeah, it's it's been a time. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with this video. I'm sorry that it's such an abrupt ending and it's been so short. Follow me on Instagram at rj.crocheted. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you made it to the end of the video, put a yarn emoji. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.